Hello, my loves. I wanted to catch you here before the sun set, so I'm glad that I have a little bit of light left. I have my beautiful tropical candle here for us today. And we are just connecting with the energy, connecting with spirit here, following this interesting Jupiter influenced new moon. I feel like this is a different energy for everybody. These are some interesting energies to be seeing here. We'll see what we get into. But first, I want to start with some oracle cards. So if you are feeling aligned and attuned and earthquake. And you feel like there could be some earth-shifting, path-opening messages here for you today, then stick around and let's get started. This is one of my absolute favorite decks to use. This is the Woodland Wardens deck. Connecting with energy, spirit, what do we have for our collective today? What is going to be the message here today? I'm seeing like the Nine of Cups energy, somebody relaxing at a beach, like somebody on an umbrella with a nice big old beach towel. Oh, we have the turtle and coriander here with satisfaction. So we could be kind of really settling into a comfortable place. Even with the state of the world right now, I feel like our spirits are really pushing us to feel safe and comfortable. Then we have an ending here with the moth and eucalyptus, with our beautiful ram and dahlia with determination. Look at how strong these horns are. Those are some really tough horns, okay? And we have the tough shell, very strongly protected here with this new moon. The energies, I feel like we have soft insides, but very, very, very protected shell, a very strong shell, a very strong exterior here with us. Very headstrong as well. I know that the new moon was square to Neptune and Saturn, who were both conjunct, squaring up to our beautiful new moon. So that seems like a significant, a significant message here. How do we find that hard shell? How do we find security when we're dealing with something as amorphous and fluid as Neptune, right? How do we still find those grains, those very hard grains? It's making me think of this analogy I told my sister this morning, which was the energy of this time right now and this new moon is frustrating because we are looking to create something solid, right? And the image I got was somebody on a beach trying to take sand, and you know how you can like compact sand and make it hard, right? But they're trying to take sand and put it underwater and then are surprised when all of that sand just dissolves. However, this is making me think now that despite that, and despite how frustrating that is, there is still something to be said about that individual grain of sand. That grain of sand can still be such a pesky thing when it ends up in your boot, right? And we all of our attention goes directly to that one single point, right? So there could be, and it's so funny that I saw the beach again. I'm just seeing the beach a lot recently. I don't know why, maybe just because it's summer. But that's interesting that we have that one seemingly tiny thing that is actually so strong, durable, and could potentially be very destructive or annoying, right? But it's hard. It's a very hard shell. We have this here with an ending. So Spirit is protecting us, sending us a message about this ending that she is guiding us through. And we are protected. The eucalyptus is a very protective plant. It's cleansing, it's healing, it's purifying. It is an oh my goodness, sorry. I believe it's an antiseptic. I could have that wrong, but Spirit, let's identify more about this. Whoa. All right. We're just gonna shuffle these then. My name's Pink and it's really nice to meet ya. Teacher at the bottom of this part. we're just gonna shuffle these. We have Warrior coming through. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Thank you for joining me. This is such a blessing. First of all, I want to say, like, thank you so much. If there is even one little grain of gold in this sand that you're sifting through, and this message meets you, I don't know, like, that it's just so valuable to me. This is so valuable, and I just am so appreciative and so grateful to be here with you guys. Thank you so much. So, all right, Spirit, what are you highlighting our attention to? What are you bringing our attention to with this new moon, with where our spirits are? What is this energy, right? What are we protecting ourselves from? What are we protecting ourselves from, and what should we embody? What are we protecting ourselves from, Spirit? Can you be more specific here? What are we protecting ourselves from? Nothing really? All right, then what are we embodying here? What are we embodying? What archetype are we embodying here? Oh, all of these are kind of sticking out. We have the Judge that I wanted to pull. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Goes very nicely with the color scheme here, I think. All right, well, what archetype is becoming more relevant during this transition, during this ending, during this phase? Is there an archetype becoming more relevant here? This is about the Master Manifestor for some reason, because I'll tell you exactly why I see that. Okay. Networker for my Aries Gemini people. I know Jupiter just left Gemini. Networker at the bottom of the deck enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. You guys could be communicators. We had the Teacher at the bottom of the deck, right? So you could be entering a phase in your life where you're being more open with your communication, right? You have something to share. And look at that. With Networker, we also have Scribe, preserving knowledge and information. And with that, we have Midas. So there is I think Spirit is protecting the knowledge that you have. Yeah, because you are meant to share that with people. Spirit is strongly protecting the knowledge that you have. And I'll keep this at the bottom here, and I will put you back. Thank you so much, Spirit. Spirit is protecting the knowledge that you have because you are meant to share that. This knowledge that you have could have been in its own, like, processual state, like it was being processed, because I think that whatever views you have, you coming through here as with the Judge, the mediator, this is our ability to observe the world and to find harmony, to look for harmony, to create peace in the world as well. And that's a superpower. Honestly, that is a superpower, to not just be aware and be ignorant, right? But to actually do something about it, to speak on what you know, to speak on what you're observing. But we also ourselves are the student. You could be a student of nature. You could be a philosopher. You could consider yourself a student of nature. Humility and devotion to knowledge, preserving knowledge and information. Spirit is protecting you. You are this tree. You are a tree of life. You are a tree of wisdom. Spirit is protecting you as the tree, just as the bark is the protective shell around the tree. This shell, these horns, you are going to be moving forward in this next chapter of your life where you are no longer afraid to hold back the information that you have, but you are actually letting people know that, oh, this whole time, yeah, I was cosplaying as somebody who was shy, or somebody who didn't really know much, or somebody who didn't really want to say much, but now you're coming out full force as somebody who does hold a lot of knowledge and who is willing to share that. So let's move these aside. We're going to get some tarot cards. We have Ambimorph too. I didn't show you guys this one. Able to empathize and embody the feeling / way of being of various qualities, right? So this is like and I made this card, obviously. This is the ability to empathize, and it's kind of like the shapeshifter, but there's more of a like qualitative experience highlighted here. It is the desire to kind of see things from multiple perspectives, to embody those multiple perspectives. And I think that that is also being highlighted as one of your strengths, one of the skills that we're seeing here. With Scribe, you will be asked, I think, to share the knowledge that you have with others, to not hold it too tightly. But we'll get a little bit more specific with this. We're opening doors here, guys. We're opening roads. We are opening new gateways for people. And I'm sorry if you're not comfortable with this, but you're a leader. Like, you were put here to lead, to be a leader. And so I think that Spirit is asking you and also guiding you in this process. So if this doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to resonate, right? These readings are not meant to tell you how to be, but to amplify what you already know. Spirit, what is the wisdom here? I mean, we make the wisdom, but what do you want us to see? Spirit, for this collective, thank you. Whoa. So immediately I see the star. This is all about that Aries energy, right? The Ace of Wands pushing through. There's a brand new opportunity, brand new impetus. With the Devil and the Three of Swords. I see us coming out of a very uncomfortable situation. Maybe you have like feeling entrapped, feeling like we couldn't even trust ourselves, feeling quieted, feeling shunned. We have the Star. The Ten of Wands coming out of that cycle, and then the King of Pentacles, you guys. Ooh, I mean, I'm feeling very good about that. King of Pentacles, about having something worth preserving, something that is worth saving, something that is worth working towards. The King of Wands is coming through as this teacher, as this mediator, as the guide for us right now. Ten of Wands and the freaking Star, dude. From this current cycle, Spirit is showing me somebody just cleansing their head. I'm feeling this need to like wash away everything that came before where I am right now. And as soon as I do, as soon as I kind of empty myself, I will know exactly where my source is. And from there, I will have a much clearer connection to what is truly valuable enough for me to build towards, for me to angle myself towards, for that destiny, for that purpose. And I say that because here the Star, she just empties herself. She empties herself out into the world as she receives that water. Water is the I always call it like the amniotic fluid. It's amniotic like life fluid. It is where life was born. Everything is born out of water. It represents like the first womb in a way. And so to receive and to give that out, it's a process of purification. It's a process of absolute faith in something energetic, something organic, right? And this is so significant to have with this ending card, with the moth and the eucalyptus. Ending. Because it's just, especially with the new moon, guys, this is the time to really purify, to release ourselves, okay? For you to step into whatever this new archetype of self is, we really have to release. We're at the end of a cycle. We're at the end of a stage. We don't need to keep carrying archetypes and identities that do not follow us into this path. So, yes, beautiful. The last thing I'm going to do is read these two for you. As you can tell, it's getting darker, and I have my own practices and rituals to do following this. Again, thank you so much for being here. It's such a blessing to read for you guys. So we have the Turtle and Coriander. This is card number 31. With satisfaction. The Turtle and Coriander calls us to be satisfied with what we have been given or what we have achieved. It inspires and it invites a moment of rest and reflection. Perhaps due to Aesop's fable, The Tortoise and the Hare, Turtles are symbols of patience and good health. You know what's funny? I have a deck where the King of Pentacles is actually portrayed as the turtle. I think it's actually the Osho Zen deck, and it's titled, that card is titled Slowing Down, and it's like almost exactly this like direction, this type of turtle. In the folktale, the slow but determined tortoise wins its race against the speedy but distracted rabbit. The turtle triumphs by pacing himself, illustrating the adage, slow and steady wins the race. Similarly, in the Victorian language of flowers, coriander indicates concealed worth, reminding us that things may not always be as they appear. In other words, a dedicated tortoise who puts in the work can achieve just as much, if not more than, the swiftest rabbit. Slow down and enjoy the journey. Avoid rushing toward your goals for the sake of winning. Arrive in your own time. Okay, this is clarifying a little bit more about this Ace of Wands. We might be like feeling like, oh my God, I want to go. Like, when is it going to be time for me to go, right? We want to break out of this spell. But I feel like Spirit's message here is pretty clear, you know, slow down, enjoy this, right? Your destiny, your fulfillment is not going anywhere. Your whole journey is not going anywhere. This is part of the journey. You have to learn how to accept and love where we are now. Then we have the Ram and Dahlia. This is a card of action. All right, well, here we go. The ram charges up the mountain with steady determination, removing any obstacles with its strong horns. Called the Queen of the Autumn Garden, the dahlia is known for its persistence. It produces flowers well into the fall, outlasting most other blooms. You have the power to accomplish your wildest dreams. While others may tire or lose interest, you are persistent and you will see your ambitions through. What am I most determined to accomplish, and when have I worked best alone, and when have I benefited from others' help? Immediately, these two things with the hard shell too, I'm feeling endurance. These horns, this shell does not grow overnight, right? So as much as we may want that overnight flash of turning rags to riches, and I didn't even talk about this Midas card, it's going to happen, but we need to have patience. Sometimes the star is also about patience, because I think it's about releasing things that we cannot control, right? But endurance with the King of Pentacles, he is offering you such steadfast guidance. Like, this is, you know, you want to build your kingdom. Well, babe, it's going to take time. And you have done an amazing job learning from nature, okay? This energy, forgive me if this did not resonate with you guys, because I'm still kind of trying to understand how to work with my archetype deck. I feel like sometimes I muddle up the energies, so please let me know if this resonated with you, in what way this resonated with you, so I can become a better reader for you guys, because I absolutely love doing this. Yeah, and there was something else about these cards that I wanted to touch on. Oh, just the general sentiment that I feel myself, like I have become more focused specifically on like what my goals are with my creativity for you guys, and just in general my creativity for spirit and for other humans and for my human being. And I feel like I'm unlearning a lot, I'm shedding a lot, right? And that's where this star is so significant to me, because it is a very big time of purification for me. And dropping the battle, you know, essentially. I like that we have the 10 of Wands and then the Ace of Wands here. But it's like, don't be so quick to rush out of this phase, right? The 10 of Wands is here, and not the Ace of Wands is not here, because we have to accept this ending. We have to let ourselves sit in an ending. Can you appreciate how far you've come? Can you appreciate the work that you've done? So that is all I have for you guys. Please let me know how this resonated with you. Please let me know what you're feeling, what you've been exploring, what you've been experiencing, how this new moon was for you. And whenever this finds you, of course, this is a timeless reading, okay? And I just want to say thank you from my heart to yours for being here and sharing this human experience with me. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.